The people who love the old era or belong to it know that circuses were more than just entertainment. They were places where the unusual turned into a full-blown spectacle. Ordinary boundaries didn't apply, and the extraordinary became the main attraction. These are the performers with incredible, shocking, and sometimes unsettling traits who drew crowds from miles around. These weren't ordinary shows. They were living exhibitions of the strange and extraordinary. In today's journey, we'll reveal the top 15 most shocking human attractions from the old circus era. So, get ready to step into a world of real-life oddities that amazed and startled audiences like nothing else. Number 15. The human blockhead. A hammer met nail with eerie precision as the performer leaned forward, sliding the steel into the nasal cavity without flinch. Emerged during late 19th century American sideshows, this act exploited anatomical curiosities while captivating audiences across traveling tents. The precision of placement required not brute force, but acute understanding of facial bone structures and careful positioning. Costumes often enhanced the spectacle. Top hats, theatrical makeup, and glittering jackets created a contrast between elegance and grotesque skill. Touring circuits in the Midwest and Eastern seaboards witnessed acts performed in packed halls, where promoters advertised fearless feats of the human skull. Performers sometimes combined nail insertion with juggling or brief musical interludes to sustain audience tension. Safety techniques, though primitive, were passed down through apprenticeship, making every show a demonstration of applied anatomy and controlled nerve responses. Even in cramped urban theaters, a single precise strike drew gasps. Number 14. The Two-Headed Boys. Spectators craned their necks as a single body seemed to share two distinct heads, each moving independently in a synchronized dance. Often presented as genuine medical anomalies, some acts employed ingenious costume illusions or puppetry to amplify the effect. The late 1800s and early 1900s saw exhibitions in circuses and carnival tents from Boston to Chicago, where promoters stoked rumors of exotic origins and rare births. Lighting and stage positioning enhanced the spectacle. Shadows concealed gaps, while mirrors created deceptive angles. Performers, whether conjoined twins or cleverly staged illusions, mastered vocal modulation, gestures, and timing to suggest autonomous personalities. Tickets often sold out quickly, driven by the rumor mill as much as curiosity. Beyond the visual shock, audience fascination stemmed from the complexity of movement coordination, subtle nods, and shared glances. Some troupes paired these acts with musical accompaniment or comedy sketches, heightening the uncanny effect. Number 13. The Lobster Boy, Grady Styles. Hands ended in claw-like deformities, fingers fused and rigid, yet every motion revealed remarkable dexterity in simple tasks. Born in 1937 in Pennsylvania, Grady Styles' ectrodactyly became a spectacle on traveling circus circuits, particularly during mid-20th century sideshows. Styles often performed juggling tricks adapted to his unique limbs, demonstrating a combination of strength and precision that defied casual assumptions about ability. Publicity posters highlighted the man with lobster claws in bold typography, sometimes alongside other extreme acts to create a visual shock collage. In tents and small theaters, spotlights focused on each movement, emphasizing the angular shape of his hands. Audiences marveled at the contrast between ordinary motion and the strange curvature of digits. Costumes frequently exaggerated limb proportions with gloves, metallic paint, or exaggerated sleeves. Between acts, Styles would interact with other performers, practicing coordination and timing that allowed him to execute feats that were part athleticism, part illusion. Number 12. The Painted People. Bodies transformed into living canvases, each performer covered in intricate inked designs, from floral patterns to mythological scenes. Flourishing in the early 20th century, these acts often accompanied tattooed ladies or sideshow exhibitions of physical extremes. Artists meticulously inked performers over weeks, producing full-body murals that interacted with costume elements or stage props. The performers traveled extensively, from seaside piers to urban tents, allowing regional audiences to encounter rare visual spectacles. Spotlighting highlighted contours, revealing hidden motifs that could only be appreciated in motion. Beyond aesthetic appeal, tattoo coverage became a marker of endurance, as sitting for hours in needle-driven sessions tested both patience and pain threshold. Promotional materials often showcased bold photographs, emphasizing symmetry, color contrast, and narrative sequences across the body. During performances, painted performers sometimes enacted choreographed routines, interacting with fellow acts in ways that accentuated the artistry of inked patterns. Hold your breath because the coming one is totally different. Number 11. The living map. Lines and borders traced across every inch of skin, transforming a human body into a navigable atlas. This spectacle first gained prominence in early 1900s, Europe and America, where circuses experimented with themed exhibitions. Performers spent hours under needles, the ink forming precise representations of continents, cities, and rivers, turning their torsos, arms, and legs into intricate geographic displays. Stage lighting emphasized relief and color contrasts, making landmarks pop while gestures added movement to static maps. In some performances, props like miniature compasses or globes were incorporated to create an interactive experience, where spectators could follow routes along limbs. Travel notices and posters often used aerial photography or overhead shots to illustrate the map's scale, drawing attention to both artistic skill and the unusual canvas. Between shows, performers adjusted posture and movement to maintain clarity of lines, ensuring maps remained legible from the audience's viewpoint. Number 10. Kali, the tattooed giantess. Standing at remarkable height, Kali's presence dominated circus tents and fairgrounds across early 20th century America. Inked with elaborate designs spanning arms, chest, and legs, her body combined two visual extremes: enormous stature and intricate artistry. Posters highlighted bold geometric patterns, mythological figures, and floral motifs, drawing audiences from nearby towns and distant cities. Performance routines often emphasized motion, where sweeping gestures displayed both size and tattooed detail simultaneously. Makeup, stage lighting, and tailored costumes were meticulously chosen to accentuate muscle contours, shadows, and inked artwork. Kali frequently shared the stage with acrobats or musical acts, creating dynamic contrasts between human proportions and movement. Her touring schedule covered urban centers and rural fairgrounds, with local newspapers often reporting on crowd sizes and audience reactions. Prop setups, from elevated platforms to custom backdrops, enhanced visibility of ink patterns while complementing height. Let's move to Number 9. Drummond. A swirl of vibrant ink crawled across her limbs, each design catching the flicker of stage lights as she shifted gracefully. Audiences gasped at the dense layering of floral, animal, and geometric motifs, carefully inked over weeks to transform her body into a living gallery. Between performances, she adjusted posture and costume, revealing new sections of the intricate artwork. With every gesture, posters advertised the spectacle, exaggerating scale and color to entice curiosity-driven spectators, while actual exhibitions in urban halls and seaside tents emphasized visual immersion. Stage assistants used mirrors and platforms to highlight hidden designs, creating a constantly evolving perspective. Photographers documented specific panels for postcards. Combining artistry with publicity movement was central. Poses, slow rotations, and choreographed interactions with fellow performers made the ink appear animated under lighting cues. Number 8. Tiny Trio. Wooden instruments gleamed under a spotlight as three diminutive figures moved in flawless synchrony, each gesture and note carefully orchestrated balance routines, and coordinated acrobatics punctuated musical interludes, blending visual and auditory spectacle in mid-20th century traveling circuses. Costumes exaggerated proportions, contrasting sharply against standard stage props scaled for adult performers, creating a miniature world within a tent. Audience attention was guided by carefully timed lighting, emphasizing expressions and tiny, precise movements. Interaction with larger performers added dramatic tension, highlighting the trio's skill and coordination. Promotional materials framed them in elaborate, often exaggerated settings, turning scale into an attraction itself. Touring routes spanned urban theaters and rural fairgrounds, each venue demanding slight adjustments to choreography and staging to maintain clarity of performance. Number 7. Tattooed Lady and Little Men. Ink patterns swirled across skin, turning entire sideshow troupes into living spectacles. The tattooed lady's body displayed intricate imagery ranging from mythological scenes to decorative motifs, while accompanying little men performed acrobatic or musical routines, creating a dynamic visual contrast. Posters often depicted the group in exaggerated settings, highlighting the juxtaposition of size and body art. Stage setups varied, from elevated platforms to mirrored corners, designed to maximize audience visibility of the tattoos and miniature performers. Movement was choreographed meticulously. Gestures and poses revealed hidden designs or enhanced spatial illusions, while lighting emphasized textures and shadows. Touring during the early 20th century, the troupe appeared in urban exhibition halls and seaside fairs, adapting performances to venue dimensions. Audience fascination arose from both the artistic achievement of ink coverage and the novelty of miniature human forms in synchronized action. Now get ready for Number 6. Patrick Cotter. A towering figure moved across the stage, commanding attention before words or signs could explain his stature. Patrick Cotter, an Irish giant of the late 19th century, drew crowds with remarkable height and proportion, performing in circuses that stretched from local fairs to international exhibitions. Spotlights and stage design accentuated his size, while costumes emphasized broad shoulders and long limbs, creating a striking silhouette against painted backdrops. Publicity posters often framed him alongside average-sized performers, exaggerating contrast for visual impact. Despite physical enormity, movements were deliberate and practiced, ensuring stability on uneven stages or raised platforms. Cotter occasionally participated in group routines or posed for photographic displays, turning measurement and proportion into spectacle. Newspaper accounts documented appearances across European and American cities, highlighting audience fascination with scale. Number 5. Anna Haining Bates. Standing at 7 feet 11 inches, Anna Haining Bates gained prominence due to her extraordinary height, a result of pituitary gland hyperplasia. She was born in 1846 in Nova Scotia, Canada, and married Martin Van Buren Bates, another exceptionally tall individual, making their combined stature a focal point for exhibitions. Custom clothing and reinforced shoes were essential for mobility and comfort, particularly during tours across Europe and North America. Her public appearances often included photographic documentation and precise measurements, comparing limb lengths, arm span, and overall height. Logistics of performances required careful planning to ensure structural support for platforms and seating in exhibition venues. Bates frequently collaborated with other giant performers in coordinated demonstrations, illustrating extremes of human growth. Her long-term health was affected by the physical demands of constant touring, including the strain of travel over uneven terrain. Number 4. Robert Wadlow. Robert Wadlow reached a final height of 8 feet 11 inches due to excessive growth hormone from pituitary hyperplasia. He was born in 1918 in Alton, Illinois, and required leg braces and specially constructed shoes to support his extraordinary frame. His tours across the United States involved meticulous planning for transportation, stage reinforcement, and public display logistics. Clothing was custom-made with reinforced seams to accommodate his size and prevent damage during exhibitions. Measurements of his hands, feet, and arm span were regularly documented, often alongside rulers or average-sized adults for scientific and promotional purposes. He traveled with circus and exhibition circuits, maintaining a schedule that balanced appearances with medical oversight to monitor the strain on his body. Public records and photographs provide detailed evidence of both his physical dimensions and the operational considerations necessary for safely exhibiting someone of unprecedented height. Number 3. The contortionist, Lahi Brun. Lahi Brun, born in 1920 in Germany, gained fame as one of the most flexible contortionists of the 20th century. From an early age, she trained her body to bend, twist, and fold into extraordinary positions, performing routines that combined balance, agility, and precise timing. Her acts included backbends, splits, and complex limb manipulations that were often paired with acrobatic stunts or dance sequences. Brun toured extensively in Europe and later in North America, performing in circuses, theaters, and variety shows. Costumes were carefully tailored to allow maximum flexibility while highlighting muscle lines and joint movement. Stage arrangements emphasized visibility of extreme poses, with platforms and props positioned to allow audiences to see the full range of motion. Contemporary reviews and photographs documented her posture, flexibility, and choreographed routines, highlighting the physical training and endurance necessary to execute each act. Brun's performances blended athleticism and artistry, demonstrating the human body's extraordinary potential in controlled, precise displays. Number 2. Captain Hook. Captain Hook, a sideshow performer active in early 20th century American circuses, was distinguished by a surgically attached prosthetic hook replacing one hand. His act involved demonstrating the utility and dexterity of the hook, performing tasks such as lifting, holding, and manipulating objects with controlled precision. Born in the late 19th century, exact birth details are partially documented, but his fame emerged from both the prosthetic device and the skillful integration of the hook into public exhibitions. Tours spanned urban theaters and regional fairs, requiring adjustments to props, stage setup, and audience spacing to accommodate practical demonstration of hook use. Promotional materials emphasized the novelty and functionality of the prosthetic rather than any personal background. Photographs documented techniques, while live demonstrations highlighted the timing, coordination, and craftsmanship of the device. Number 1. The human pincushion. The human pincushion acts, popular in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, involved performers deliberately inserting sharp objects, such as needles, skewers, or swords, into various parts of the body without causing serious injury. This ability relied on knowledge of muscle, nerve placement, and anatomical tolerance to piercing, making precise technique essential. Performers prepared for exhibitions by conditioning skin and body tissue to withstand repeated insertions and controlling the depth and angle of each implement. Tours occurred across North America and Europe, with demonstration stages designed to ensure both performer safety and audience visibility. Promotional materials often detailed the number of objects inserted, body locations, and duration of exhibitions. Some acts combined piercing with additional elements, such as balancing objects or brief acrobatics, to enhance spectacle. Photographs and contemporaneous reports documented placements in arms, torso, and legs, emphasizing skill over shock. The old circus era showcased human extremes, where skill, anatomy, and unique traits captivated audiences. From towering giants to intricately tattooed performers and extraordinary feats, these acts combined precision, planning, and physical uniqueness. If you enjoyed exploring these incredible performers, hit subscribe for more fascinating stories, comment your favorite act, and share this video to amaze your friends. Don't forget to like if you found it shocking and informative. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more extraordinary histories.